G Radio. My next guest is the man that can put together some grooves that make you want to move. Put your hands together and say, let's go.
What's up? What's up? Hopefully we got it now. I see Yale on there. I think he popped in a little early before we had the audio. Check, check, 1, 2. Let's see. Yep, I hear us. We're good to go. We're good to go. What's your man? King Brody. It is not a Purple Tuesday. I got my man, my sidekick here, right here. DJ Rock Nights. What's up, Rock?
What up, cut up?
Yeah, we got some frustration we're gonna put out there.
Very much so.
And it's I'm beginning to hate my friends, man. When we lose, I just see the dumbest stuff come up. The dumbest stuff, man. But before we go there, let me say this real quick. Let me start the show. I want to give a shout out to my aunt-in-law. Give it out to she passed away. She got her wings. Her name Odessa Bass. She was born, listen to this, June 17th, 1920. She passed away November 17th, 2024. That's 104 years. So she definitely put her time in on this planet. Give her a round of applause, please. Yes, yes, yes. 104 years old. Shout out to Sonia. I think that's all I can say. It's some CIA stuff and some FBI and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just gonna say Sonia. I ain't gonna say nothing else. We got you in our prayers, Sonia, and in-law family. I'm gonna put it that way. But I just want to dedicate the show to her today. Unfortunately, it is not one of the happiest shows, man. But I'm gonna put a few things. I know I have. I know I got a Steeler guy that's coming on here later. He was on here last week. Professor Lennox. We're gonna wait for him. I'm gonna give you a few things, man, to talk about while we waiting for them. Just little things. I made some notes of some stuff, bruh. And we're gonna work our way to it. First up, let me see. Let me go through my notes here. I'm gonna go. First of all, did you know I was looking at I saw the Marriott. You all know the Marriott, right? Marriott International. I didn't base here in Maryland in Bethesda. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that, man.
You only know that because they interviewed about something negative.
Yeah, they're about to lay off 800 people. And I was like, Bethesda.
Yeah, real quick, Troy, shout out to Yale Beverly, shout out to Wink. They both on Rock Meg Nation. Yale said, God bless your aunt. He says, man, flock nation, or man, flock the police. And Wink says, hello, everybody.
All right.
But yeah, Marriott is Maryland based.
I didn't even know that, man. So anyway, they talking about laying off 8. I saw 833. So starting at the beginning of the year, I think some people may have already been flipped. We'll see what happens. Um, anyway, yeah, that's you're exactly right. That's why I know that they're here. So let me cross that off my list. Next, oh, a dude in Baltimore got attacked by a deer. Man, did you see that?
Nah, give me the details.
Let me see. That was in down near the park. Woodbury. You know what Woodbury Park is? It's like near Drew Hill, like around in there. And I I just saw like a clip from it. He was walking his dog, and deer came out. They both looking at each other, and then the deer like turned and got him, man. And dude tried to save him, but I just saw Baltimore man attacked by deer. It just looked weird. I'm like, let me read.
Was it a hood deer or a county deer?
It was, I guess it was in the county deer, bro.
Oh yeah.
Man, so somebody probably tried to catch him before, and he was. So yeah, but luckily he's gonna be okay. He did get. I think he said his rib was broken and all that, but he was saw him being interviewed. So hopefully he's all right. Let me cross that off the list. I had to mention that. Let me get my little Baltimore. Oh, one last thing. One last thing. I saw that Key Bridge funding, man, funding for the Key Bridge. Biden asked Congress to approve $100 billion in disaster relief for the country, and hopefully that, and some of that includes the funding for the Key Bridge. So the Key Bridge, I was looking it up, and it was estimated to repair the Key Bridge is going to be about $2 billion. So
2 billion.
$2 billion to repair
Man,
to put it back.
An asphalt and save some money.
Yeah, that's what apparently was fair, man. The way this thing fell, man, it was like I saw that there was a lawsuit settled for 100 million, but 2 billion, man. 100 million is like you get the parts.
I could do it for 500,000. Give me the contract.
That shit'll be tumbling again, man. I can see it swinging. Look, when you ride your bike across after you build it,
I might. I might. 500,000. Well, at least one lane will be sturdy.
one lane. Oh, we're gonna have a problem. Anyway, let me just throw that out there. All right. 2 billion for the bridge. Supposed to be out of the 100, 8 billion to repair roads, bridges, serious damages and stuff. So they trying to put that out. Well, Bob says I'm out to dinner. We'll hop on when I get home. All right, Bob. Bob was the winner this week, so I'm sure he wanted to make sure he was recognized for that. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about that later. All right, all right, all right. All right, now let me get into some sports stuff. Naturally, I'm gonna bring up the we definitely gonna get into Steelers and Ravens. I'm gonna make that last because I'm waiting for one other person to clock in. So let me give you this one other thing that I saw, man. Little Orioles news. Not much. I know you're an O's fan, man.
Good or bad?
Not really bad. It ain't great. Some good. I'm gonna give you some good news first. Corbin Burns, he made first All American. He made first All American team. He was our starting pitcher. He was. Uh, I'm hoping he comes back. I don't know the story. Right now it's all kinds of rumors. People are gonna send him all kinds of money. I don't know. Oh, it's most definitely will be because boy, he's nice. He was our best pitcher, man. If we could have uh taken care of him, I'm hoping we get him. I want him. I want Santander. It's a lot of money out there, man. A lot of contracts that are up, and have to wait and see, man. I hate the. You saw how it was with Lamar and everybody else. Derrick Henry is like, what's going on? You got to wait until it's actually done. That's just the way I do it before I get totally upset. Audio's way too low. All right, I'm gonna kick it up some. Don't tell me it's fuzzy. I can hear.
Because you listening to it in the station.
No, on my phone, crank it up a little bit. And then they're gonna say, ah. All right, let me see if this is any better. Y'all let me know. Um, After that, Cowser, our rookie. Our rookie was nice. Should have been rookie of the year. Without a doubt, should have been rookie of the year. Came in second behind a Yankee. So I already think that's fixed. I question the Yankee output. I was looking at the first votes, dude from the Yankees, Luis Gill, 15 first place votes. Cowser got 13 second place votes. Yankee dude got 10. We got 11. Third place votes. He got 1. We got 3. We lost by 5 points, man. He should have been. He should have been. We should have gone back to back rookie of the year, back to back, without a question. Should have gone back to back. I'm annoyed by that. And last, as I give you a little bit info, O's fans, Camden Yards, they're about to, they backed that left field wall up, so they are about to bring it back a little bit. I don't know how far. I saw that in some places it'll move forward as much as 24 feet. That's a lot. 24 feet. We'll see what happens. And they're going to lower the wall too, so the wall will be a little lower. Let me know. Wait a minute. Let me respond to this person real quick. Uh, put a question mark in there. Let's see what's up. All right. So, Oriole news. Corbin Burns. Cowser finished in second for the Rookie of the Year voting. Left field wall, about to make some adjustments there. And we'll see what happens. So now we'll move on. Let me go into something else. Oh, by the way, how many of y'all watched Mike Tyson? Did y'all watch the Tyson Paul fight? Anybody see that? Considering, I'll ask Rock. Rock just watched the boxing match live. Did you watch Tyson?
I did.
All right.
I was thoroughly disappointed.
Man,
I wasn't disappointed because he lost. I was disappointed because the undercard fights were more real fights than. Oh, the women got it in.
bro,
They got it in.
man, they was off.
All of the undercard fights were 8 to 10.
We said the real fight was with Netflix trying to watch. That's a good one. That's oh, you hurt my stomach on that one.
Here's something.
What's that?
I watched it on my phone on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any problem.
I'm telling you when I had a problem. Once they did that interview with Mike Tyson and they showed his backside, I wasn't ready. And I was like, oh, let me rewind that so I can repost it. And then after I rewound it, then I had trouble with it. It was sitting there at 25%. But I'm like, I'm gonna repost that part real quick, man, because it totally caught me by surprise, man. And you, oh Lord, we done had somebody that popped up.
Who?
Somebody named April Whitehead. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I'm surprised. I thought, you know what? I really thought she was gonna be here. I was like preparing myself for her to walk through that door, and I would have given her all the time in the world, but now I don't have to worry about that now. So I can just I can show up for 5 minutes. What time is that show Thursday?
6.
For those who don't know, we have a host here who is a Steelers fan. That's one of her teams.
One of them. The other one of our teams got that Shanaka headed to them last night.
Anyway, she just popped on. April Whitehead. She inboxed me. You know, look, I'm not even gonna go there yet. I'm gonna wait a minute before I put all my woes out. Let's just finish this Tyson thing, man, and we can roll on to it though, man. So what did you think? Did you think Tyson tried to win?
No.
What you think? The first round, it looked like he was trying to because he hit him.
Yeah.
He clearly won the first 2 rounds, and I think that there's something saying, "Oh, what you doing?"
Right.
And if Mike didn't have he had some kind of knee issue, that thing on his knee, man.
I even think, even with the knee issue, Mike Tyson being who he is, 2 punches Jake Paul should have been knocked the hell out.
He did not look like a 20. He put it like this. I'm not afraid to fight him.
Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, you have his age. Why is this taking so long? If you know what I mean? He will look good, you know. Yeah, he's found a way to make money.
My head with these UFC fights, boxers though. Even down to with Mayweather, when Mayweather and they had the exhibition fight. I don't want to say exhibition fight. All right, let me say this, and I don't mean to always refer to him, but we go back to Scooter's fight, right?
Uh-huh.
When they was at the weigh-in, prior to the weigh-in, the boy was giving him some lip service, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it came time to
When did you weigh in at the fight or before?
they did it before, but it was at the fight. It was at
The same thing.
yeah, it was same venue. The day before. Same venue day before, right? So when
Did you see?
I saw
Oh, you saw the clip? You saw the okay. Okay.
but when
Oh Lord. I see. Okay. Wink says it was just a money grab.
yes, but what I was saying is
Steal a Kim. What's
when
up?
when they was at the weigh-in, right?
Mm-hmm.
The boy had a whole lot of lip service, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when it was over, they wanted the boy in his name was Ahmad. I gotta stop disrespecting him like that, even though he got put down in the mid 37.
He gonna sleep?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was night night.
That's what it is, man. It's still like it is, man.
That's what Scooter was saying. Scooter was like, because the boy went to shake his hand. Scooter put his hands behind his back, and everybody was like, "Yo, that was so disrespectful." So when he came on,
This is before the fight?
yes.
Okay.
So Scooter told him, he was like, "I'll check on you after the fight." So when he came to do an interview here at the station, right, I asked him because that ain't he's kind of disrespectful person. That ain't really who he is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, what was that about? Why did you put your hands behind your back? He said, let me tell you something. He said, that man's job is to get in that ring and knock my head off.
Mm-hmm.
To knock my head off, I need to knock his head off. He was like, we ain't friends. So looking at the Jake Paul and Tyson fight, that's what was in my head. I'm like, Tyson is gonna come in here, man. Listen, he's gonna swing for the Himalayas.
Mm-hmm.
At one time, it's gonna be a wreck. Like Mike Tyson was just trying to gym check the boy, like, here, ooh, I touched you, ooh, I touched you, man. I want to see a fight like them girls before. Did you see how I was?
Man, her eye was looking rough, man. Her eye was looking really bad. I was like, I don't even know how to stay in there. Mm. Oh, we got somebody ready.
Yeah.
All right, we got somebody on the phone. I'm scared. Hello?
Yo,
What's up, man?
What's up?
It's out here with the Thesaurus.
You came in at what? You talking Tyson?
yeah, I'm starting off with that mess.
Have to go.
Aficionado.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really follow the sport anymore. I pose this question to people after the fight. You know, it wasn't long ago. In the day, we knew who was the belt holder and top contenders in each division, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we say that now?
No.
No, we don't watch it.
But there's about 200 belts out there.
Right, and boxing has gone so far downhill, and we all got excited about a 27-year-old never was just started boxing 4 years ago, taking on a 58-year-old used to be legend, but let's be honest, Mike ain't really fought nobody after he didn't go out on top. He's 58 years old, and we got excited about that. The sport is dead to a level that it needs to come back. Because if Jake Paul wanted to fight somebody, he'd fight a current fighter who's in the ring, who's fighting on a regular rotation, who would knock you out. Back in the day, Jake Paul would have never even gotten a sniff of an opportunity to get in the ring, WBC, WBO, none of that. So I'm glad I didn't pay for it.
Oh my goodness, man. Who you telling?
You know, but I mean, let's be clear. I'm 62. I think I can hold my own against a 62-year-old. But I ain't like nobody 27.
Right. But I think you can handle him. I think with enough notice, man, you get in shape because he clearly wasn't trying to attack. He was running. It was like a lot of time of nobody even throwing up. You ever see the episode of the Jeffersons with George? got in the ring.
Yeah, and one on one to hit each other.
That's what it reminded me of. And it was like, somebody do something. You know what I mean? And you, oh,
He couldn't knock out a 58-year-old man. Let's say that.
right. But Mike,
You know,
Tyson didn't look old to me really until he got in the ring. And then I'm like, why didn't he shave that beard? Because I'm expecting to see, I knew that he had shaved his hair. And I wasn't gonna see those parts and stuff and that fade on the side. But I was like, I want him to shave that beard. His tattoo didn't look as sharp on his face. It looked like it was coming off. I was like, I was in my feelings, and granted, I thought I was in the '90s again, man. I don't know what I was expecting. I got played. I got played. What's up, Rick? I got
we were expecting, well, a better showing. But Mike, if I watched some of the pre-fight hype videos, not videos, but documentary type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
he's stiff now. He doesn't have the fluidity that he used to have. Not that he was ever like Ali fluid, but his body's just rigid. So he couldn't do any of the basic stuff that he came into the sport having. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he could dunk under anybody's jab, and he could get in tight. And even his peekaboo defense, when he used to have his hands up over his face, you just see his eyes. He wouldn't even bring his arms up to his face. His arms were just under his chin. Except when he was biting his glove.
Well, that's another thing. I want to ask you about that. He said he's always had a habit of doing that. I don't remember that. Do you? Does anybody?
No.
I think he did it. I think he did it the Roy Jones fight and the fight he had before he fought Roy Jones.
Oh, you're talking about old Mike. But I never saw that before. I don't think anybody was in the ring long enough for him to bite his glove, other than Buster Douglas. Well, certainly before that, I don't remember him biting his glove like that, man. Rick says the fight is fixed for Paul to win. Everybody knows.
No, I didn't mean about being fixed. What would have to be fixed? The man is 58 goddamn years old. I mean, let's be real. What was fixed was our expectations. Mike Tyson's 58 years old. He's fighting a 27-year-old person.
Um,
Fix is just what we were just stupid for thinking we get more than we were going to get. I expected it, and I posted I was expecting to get, something from Harlem Nights.
Hey, Trey,
huh?
the Queen said,
Remember when they were talking about the fight, when all of Prize Free was talking about the fight, and Red Fox said, "Man, the champ gonna kill him." Like, he won the champ when he went out, and it's just a shame there's not a list of contenders in his weight class that are current that would have given him enough um, publicity to pull that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody he's fought has been retired out of the ring or trying to come up and establish something. What was the basketball player? Nate Robinson? Nate Robinson came and looked like a goddamn fool and got knocked out early. Fight somebody real. Like, come on out. Even if we don't know the name, come on, fight somebody. You don't want to go. He can't get down to Tank's weight class. We know that. He ain't getting down to the weight class where there's still action happening. I'm gonna say this, and y'all can hate me if you want to, but it's appropriations.
Queen,
What?
Queen Brody said that he ain't a real fighter. He for play. And she said he for play.
Yeah, she watched it for a while. We're sitting there going, "What?" Let me I'm a like the comments are like, "Let's talk about the game." Even Bob is mentioning kickers from Missouri.
Oh, wow.
All right. We wrapped up with Tyson real quick. Y'all ready to just jump into this? No, let me see something real quick. I'm gonna work my way into the NFL. I saw the Pro Bowl coaches. Did you see that?
No.
Eli and Peyton. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
because
I didn't know too.
if we're gonna talk about Tyson and Paul, we might as well mention the Pro Bowl because they're on the same level as far as
So forgive me.
yeah. That's
ain't even football no more.
no, that's why you got tight end. That's literally flag, really flag. The MVP is always going to be a receiver.
You know what I'd like to see?
What's that?
And I'm quite sure y'all gonna find this entertaining also. Remember when we were kids, you played a game called Smear the Queer,
Mm-hmm.
throw up tackle?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that with some pros. You pick 10 pros, 12 pros, put them on the field, let them get equipped it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get the ball, get tackled. I would like to see about 30 minutes of that.
And
That would be entertaining.
ain't nobody doing that that's getting a regular check. You talking about after retirement when you might get it's got to be somewhere before Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith, but after like would Ray Lewis do that? No, I might need no, that might be too old too. You gotta catch them just when they can't get another team.
Okay.
Just want to shout them out. All right, let's go. Let me. Oh, and then one last thing, I saw that Beyonce's performing at the the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens
Houston.
Christmas game.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's
Which means we won't see it because it's all going to be all buffering.
well, we wouldn't see that anyway, would we? Well, I don't know. Christmas Day.
The Ravens play. The Ravens play Christmas Day.
Right, but when do we see a halftime show? But I guess because it's Christmas Day, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute too, because that schedule, Ravens got a tight schedule coming up too. But all right, let me get into this. First of all,
a lot of primetime games.
I want to
4 already, and we got
We got 3 more home games.
say it again.
We only have 3 more home games. Can you believe it?
I need them doing some damage. All right, look, here's how I want to do the. I want to talk about the Ravens Steelers game. I want to go in order first, and if we leave something out, we can come back to it. All right. I want to break it down in sections. Anybody get any problems with we all know the final score 18-16, all that stuff, Tucker, all that stuff. Anybody have a problem with the defense?
No. They didn't score a touchdown.
What's your problem, Yale?
So we showed up for one game. However, we still didn't generate enough pass rush, enough pressure, because Russell had way too much time a lot of times.
He didn't get in the end zone though.
No, he didn't. He didn't. And I predicted that interception. I thought it was going to be on the outside, but thank God for Marlon Humphrey. But I still think we're not getting that pass rush that we had last year.
No, we don't have it. But I will say for I at least saw improvement and all that time. So I'm hoping that's a start because I mean Hamilton was in safety a lot. I don't like Stevens. I just don't like him. But
Well, I get around too much longer because Tre'Davious White came in and did his damn thing. Now, all those people who are upset that we signed him and didn't get a pass rusher, I understand to a degree. But Tre'Davious White, 2 touchdown passes.
Mhm.
So Stevens, you better start talking to your agent about where you're gonna be playing next year.
I mean Stevens, I mean he won't turn around. He can't. Sometimes he's right. It's like if you just look, we won't get the penalty. You know what I mean? It won't get the Huh? He's blown a lot of picks. If hit him in once, I forgot what game that was. I'm like, you just running. But overall, at least I'm glad to at least see some improvement. Like defense got to, and we'll have to find out how real they are. We'll see Monday night when we go up. Wink says I did say that Steelers defense was what the Ravens should have been worried about, but no, everyone dismissed my comment. Well, here we are now. I'm just saying, you know what? I'm mad that I even read that now. That would have pissed Wink off even more. Yes, Wink, I don't remember you saying that. I don't remember that. But defense, overall, we can say they did play better. We need more pass rush. We seem to have one guy who seems to be able to get through, but we don't have them flying around like we used to. So I don't know. Can we still get anybody? Is it? I mean, I know there's a trade. Is there somebody we can pick up? Yale? Anything out there, or we just got to go with what we got now?
Just picked up another corner. So yeah, Stevens' days are numbered. Being on the field are numbered. We just picked up another corner um, off the sofa, basically. Um,
But shit, how long is it gonna take him to get up to speed? At least 3 weeks.
now, corner Tre'Davious White got up to speed in a week and a half, so he probably won't be up to speed by this week, but he should be up to speed um, by the following, because we have the bye after this week. He'll be ready for the rest of the season.
Okay, I gotta make address one comment from our Steeler fan Lennox Smith. He said some in quotes. Some people say he's in reference to the Steeler defense. Some people say they only have Watt, and that was in reference to my sidekick over here. That's what that's what Rock said. And I but now so let me ask you about well before I go to this
Give
side.
him a call in, Troy.
Uh, I'll give him a call. Let me with our defense, anything special about the Steelers offense?
No, not at all.
We did number one.
Yeah.
And gave him very few options.
And everybody, and that's why I get so upset at Troy. I'm upset Troy because I swear to you, I hate having football discussions with people that don't understand football. They didn't get in the end zone one time, not once. They had what 4 or 5 field goals. You can't put that on the defense. The defense did what they supposed to do. We came up short offensively.
I'm gonna use them last. I'm gonna use the offense last. Well, let me ask you this real quick then. What you think about special teams?
Tucker is human. All right, he missed 2, but when he didn't hit 14, 15 back to back, we want to sell it. He's human. Everybody, you're not gonna tell me you go to work 300 days a year and you're not gonna have a bad day at work. Yeah, I was upset that we missed, but he's human.
So let's track it back, right? Puka started having misses that he never missed before, starting last year.
Yeah.
What happened last year to change what Tucker's kicking?
The holder.
Yep.
The holder. I thought about that and I like Stout, but maybe they need to let what's his name come out the office and just hold the ball.
Who?
What's his name? What's the holder that we had before? That's it. Yeah, they cook $500 a game.
Retirement, because going to coaching staff now. I'm come out of retirement just to be the holder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get $500 a game or whatever the league minimum is, and let him hold that damn ball because it's. I mean, it's a drastic difference, and the extra point really shocked me. And every ball is going in the same spot. I'm like, is he not adjusting? Somebody's not adjusting because they're all going left. Everyone.
And that all comes down to like how the ball's being held, how it's being spun. The timing is just off. And even Harbaugh alluded to it yesterday in his BS press conference.
It was.
But that's a team. Those 3 guys work as a team, and they got to get together as a team and fix it. And he's just basically saying, look, you got the snapper to the long snapper to the holder to the kicker. And something in that equation ain't what it used to be. And what's new is the holder.
Yes.
So
yeah.
They pick the Detroit 100%. I want have Sam Cook come out of retirement just to be the holder.
Yeah.
That's all I got to do. Put on a uniform and let's see who would we have to not dress in order to have
Stevens
Sam be on the field.
Stevens. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of people I don't know who they are.
I tell you, Malik Harrison, Steven, what's the offensive lineman? He doesn't even get on the field. He doesn't even get on the field. I mean, Cleveland.
He got on the field one time yesterday. What was that for? I can't remember.
Blowing their nose in there, and nobody sending their people out there.
So we can all agree. And let me tell you something else I hate about special teams, and it irks me. The on the kickoffs, the illegal blocks and all that shit. When we might get a decent run, and we get out to I don't know. Let's say it's kicked to the one, he gets to the 35. Now somebody did an illegal block, and they're on the other side of the field. I don't I hate that, man. I hate when there's a flag when we run the ball. I'd rather they just not even run it out. Then you can't have that. And this flags, and I didn't even mention that on defense because we definitely got a bunch of those. We got to stop these penalties, man. But that's overall. I mean, that's everybody. We'll bring that up. But we all saying special teams fail, right? They failed us.
Yes.
All right. Let me.
Teams, if they did their job, would have been a different outcome in the score.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Lennox. I just saw this. 5 field goals, but dominated time possession. What point do we stop with the excuses? Oh, wait a minute. See, and now Wink starting a mutiny over here talking about we censoring Steeler comments. Nah. Phone booth fight, they got punched in the mouth. You know what? Wink? Maybe I will start censoring some of this stuff. Anyway, and
Here from the bottom looking up.
I don't think it's necessarily excuses. We're just saying what we didn't do. I'll tell you what I'm mad about, and that's why I saved the offense for last, man. I don't know what it's going to take for them to, let me say it like this. First 2 games, we lost the first 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Then we ran off 5 straight. Doing what? Henry's getting the ball and all over. It's weird when we get national coverage because it's so. But with Lamar, we're gonna get it. But they kept saying the most dangerous duo in football: Henry, Lamar, and all of a sudden we get to Cleveland. They don't do it. You know what I mean? They didn't do it enough yesterday. And Yale and I already talked about the 2-point conversion. It's like, how is he not even on the field? First of all, and look, y'all might have to cut me off because this is how I do. I'll start talking, I'll get mad, and I'll act like the game just ended 5 minutes ago because that's how that stuff sticks in my head. But when we were struggling, but whenever we had the run option or pass option, when Henry's on the field, it would open up more for him to be able to run, or it would open up for Lamar. Why Lamar, there was a couple of times where he had a whole lot of field, and I don't know if he had it in his mind that he's not going to run, or if he was just so hell bent on trying to pass it. But I want Lamar to give me my first down. Just give me my 10 yards. You can slide or whatever. But I promise you, Lamar, if you go for your 10 yards, you'll realize you can put a move on somebody, you can spin, and you'll get 15, 20. You'll get more. Every time he does not run when it's wide open, it looks like trouble. But I want Henry on the field. And I want him on the field more. And while I was there, he said I don't know if y'all remember on the 2-point conversion, they set up and it was obvious that Lamar was running to the right, but the Steelers called timeout. Then they had a second play, so they went from the first one to the second one, and then you saw that debacle, Lamar going to the left. On why is there 2 plays and Henry's not involved in any of them? What is that all about? Go ahead.
So first of all, it is about Linux. It's not excuses when you're just pointing out the obvious. And no one is saying this could have happened, that could happen. It's reality. It's what reality is. Hooker had 7 points that we didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 2 field goals and an extra point. With those 2 field goals and an extra point, the score is now what?
Say it again.
23?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not excuses. We just pointing out stuff that needs to be pointed out and discussed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and Rob was with me at training camp when I pulled up the offensive coordinator and told him, you got that big dude, number 22, you should use him. And he looked because he thought he was right. But it's coaching malfeasance because he does not do it. when Derrick Henry does not have 100 yards, we lose. He didn't have 100 yards against Kansas City. Didn't have 100 yards against Oakland.
He wasn't even in the game hardly.
Right.
It may even be the yards. Maybe it's
I'm putting too. And you can call me crazy, but I call myself Negro Dominus. You will hear it here first. I would not be surprised if Todd Monken is gone next year because he's not utilizing the weapons that he has. And just like you said, Troy, the reality is if you got Lamar and Derrick Henry on the field at the same time, they proved it in the game here when we played Washington.
yeah.
Everyone thought Derrick Henry was going to get the ball, and Lamar took it and went around the end for a touchdown.
Yes.
For a first down to
Yes.
end the game. So if Derrick Henry's even in the backfield, then that changes what the defense has to do. They can key on Lamar or they can key on Derrick Henry. When we're trying to get cute against who was the game? Was it Cleveland? It's Cleveland. Tried to get
Oh my God. Don't make me
goal line.
Yes.
Lamar's not in the backfield.
Right.
Everybody knows ball's going to Derrick Henry.
Right.
You can't take those options off the field for the defense to have to think of. Because if they're both not there, you know who's going to get the ball when the person ain't there.
Wait a minute, let me read. I'm going to read something real quick. I'm going to let you finish. Lennox says, so did Henry, and I didn't even mention Henry's fumble. So did Henry just drop the ball? Did the tight end just drop it when he was strip sacked? No, the Steelers took the damn ball. Russell's horrible red zone interception did not cry. He just came back and took the ball back. Not using Henry as a coaching decision, not Jackson's. I agree with that. We could have had, should have had, but did not. We could have scored touchdowns in the red zone, but we didn't. Ravens heard footsteps the whole damn game. All right, first,
we weren't in the red zone that much.
No, and no, I think he's saying the Steelers got in the red zone and couldn't close it out. He's a Steelers fan, yeah.
Steelers here's reality what she's just saying. The Derrick Henry fumble is on Derrick Henry.
All on him.
It was not a clean handoff. If you look at it again, it's not a clean handoff. Derrick didn't really have the ball. It's not an excuse. He fumbled. He was going to fumble. I mean, it was on him. It's not. It's nothing to take away from it other than it was a bad handoff. So there's that. The likely getting the ball taken away from him, that's unlikely.
Oh,
and welcome.
That's the one before the half you're talking about, right? You talking about that screen just before the half ended? That fumble? Yeah. Let me say this real quick about him. I had people saying, why aren't you just down there? Why even trying to do anything? And I'm like, it was a screen. It was no, if you can we had all our timeouts and what was it, 40 seconds? Was it 40 seconds left? When he fumbled?
Watch it if I get my head right around to do it, but I don't remember how much time was left.
But it was time that maybe we get in field goal range. You never know. But if you break one, but I had no problem with that call. It was like if he gets, we get 20 yards, 30 yards, maybe we do something else. But when you fumble, it's not. I'm sorry, you can't blame the coaches for the fumble.
No, the coach is not the fumble. The fumble was caused by good defensive play, and the receiver or tight end at the time likely had the ball taken away from him. Yes. And it wasn't a careless fumble. He had the ball taken away from him.
I was annoyed.
And it was still played by Patrick Queen.
And according to Lennox, he said he hasn't been impressed with Patrick Queen all year. He said that's the best game he's played all year. Yeah. So I'm like, he was fired up for that game, and so was Elliott. Elliott, I've been watching him I saw his who is he on Marlins podcast? He's just telling it like it is, man. He wanted they wanted to be here based on what they're saying, but how much were they asking? You know what I mean? But I don't know the whole story, but it's the coach. You can blame the coaches for the play. Yeah.
Coaches for a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It is like coaching malfeasance. And Harbaugh, I'm glad we got Harbaugh. We were all upset when when Spasati offered the head coaching job to Jason Garrett,
Oh Lord.
and um, we got Harbaugh, and everybody, even myself, was like, "This is Jim Harbaugh's big brother. What the hell? Big little brother. What the hell?" It's like, wow. But he's still in the league. We have an overall winning record. We've had I don't even want to count how many playoff wins. We went to the Super Bowl. We have the most dynamic player in the NFL. Like you can't really be mad at Harbaugh because he hasn't been Andy Reid and he hasn't been Bill Belichick. Um, Andy Reid has been in the league forever, and Andy Reid really just started having this type of success after Patrick Mahomes comes in. People forget about that. Andy Reid had Michael Vick. He had oh geez, help me. He's quarterback from
After Vic, you talking about Wentz? No, Wentz is. I'm sorry, you saying before. I'm sorry. Yeah, McNabb. Yeah, he's had good quarterbacks. Let me wait a minute.
He had probably one of the best underrated running backs in the history of NFL with Michael Westbrook in Philly, and he really has not had the success I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't had this overall killer go to the Super Bowl, go to the championship game, win all these games success until Patrick Mahomes came in. So people who hate on Harbaugh has not been coaching anywhere near as long as Andy Reid. So, let's stop with the comparison to Andy Reid and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Let me wait a minute. Let me say something. Steeler Lennox. I'm gonna say Lennox the Steeler. He says you blame the OC because at the end of the day, the head coach is overwhelmed with a lot of things going on, and he says it's the offensive coordinator's fault. What do you think? Okay.
I was back in the room and said during game planning, hey, if we get a 2-point conversion on goal line, we're not going to have Derrick Henry on the field. They're idiots. I mean, that's just
they are.
I don't know what makes you think. What makes you think that's a good idea? There's no reality in the multiverse with that being a good idea.
Oh, wait a minute. No, he's saying when you're saying no head coach, not the OC. Did I get that backwards? Anyway, I'm mad at both.
The head coach's fault, and I agree, it's the head coach's fault. However, the head coach is not an offensive coordinator. He has to approve the play calling that the offensive coordinator came up with. So it's both of their faults. At the end of the day, it's both of their faults.
Well, I'm like this. I don't know why, and I told Rock this a couple weeks ago. We always, and I remember when Jamal Lewis used to say it. I clearly remember Ray when the stats coming out where I remember Jamal Lewis said, "I need to have the ball 25 times to whatever." And I remember with Ray Rice, it was our winning percentage was up tremendously high when he got the ball 25 times. It was just that's just the way we are. And now we got these two dynamic dudes, man, that I'm just sitting there. Because remember, they were talking co-MVPs because they was like, well, Derek's the reason Lamar's doing this. And then Derek cools off, not because he's not getting the ball, because let's face it, he's always had these when he gets the ball, the whole entire team runs after him or whatever, and he's got these 3 yards, 4 yards. But as soon as he lays down and he starts getting 6, 7 yards, then it's on, man. He's got him weaker, and we all know he gets stronger as the game goes on. And I'm just like, the formula is there. Remember that tic-tac-toe theory I told you about, Rock? The formula is there, and it's like, stop trying to win pretty. Just win. Just give him the ball, or if not, leave him on the field. You don't know what's going to happen. And as soon as Hill comes out, everybody backs up. Hill might get the ball sometimes too, but let's face it, everybody's ready for the pass, and it's just we're predictable. And huh?
why hasn't Keaton Mitchell touched the field? He got in one play, but he didn't have a carry. So, Yale, explain to us what's going on with Keaton Mitchell. He's back.
So Keaton hurt late in the season last year. Keaton Mitchell did not have a training camp. He hasn't had a lot of practice time. He just started practicing about 2 weeks before he was activated for the game. So he's been playing special teams on kick returns and kick return coverage because this is how they're getting his body ready for real NFL contact. So you can't expect him to, after having his knee torn up less than a year ago, to come back and be 100% right away. He didn't have a training camp. He didn't have all the practice time. So this is a slow ease him in.
It's like his preseason right now, so to speak.
It's preseason.
Yeah.
So to Troy's point, excuse me. I've been following Derrick Henry's career since he was at Alabama. I'm a big Alabama fan. I told y'all last year he wanted to come here. That he was, when the trade was on the table and the Knicks did. He has always been the type of player, except when Alabama was playing them cream puff games where they were playing like itty bitty state university where you come out the box and run for 300 yards for the game because he was getting, every time he touched the ball, he was getting 40 yards. He always gets his yardage late, whether it be the third quarter, the fourth quarter. And then there's exceptions, like the Buffalo game, where the first time we had the ball, he touched the ball, boom, 80-some yards for a touchdown. Those are exceptions. But just like you said, Troy, 2 yards, 3 yards. Then all of a sudden it's 6 yards, 8 yards.
Right.
And it's 15, 20 yards, and then boom. What Derrick Henry has never had since he's been in the NFL until now has been a reason for the other team to do anything but focus on him. And when he's on the field with Lamar, defenses have to look at, and again, Lennox, this is true, they have to look at both players. So pick your poison. Pick your poison. Am I going to block? Am I going to take on the block to then take on Derrick Henry? Or am I going to chase Lamar and get embarrassed? Either way, it's not going to be a good day.
Right.
It's been proven. It's been proven. So when you take one off the field or take one out of the play, it's obvious what
you're doing the other team
opportunity to have something he's never ever had before, which is another option in the backfield with him.
Right.
So teams can stack the box against him, and you could have stacked the box against him on that 2-yard conversion play.
But that's
which would have been fine because then that's the defense telling you we're coming after Derrick Henry. Then the bar is open for the score.
Right.
Or a card in front of him in a defense that we can focus on Lamar and take him away. Then Derrick Henry has the option to run. Whenever we've been on the goal line, whenever we've been inside the 5-yard line, and it's been Derrick Henry and Lamar, you can go back and check all the tapes. Whenever it's been Derrick Henry and Lamar, we're inside the 5. You have Pat Ricard in the backfield. That's going to be a score. It's going to be at least 2 goddamn yards, and they can do it 3 times to get the touchdown. By the time that man crosses the goal line, the linebackers and DBs have to come up, and they don't want no parts of that.
Right.
They do not want no parts of that. So it's just basic football, and it comes down to a coach outsmarting himself. He's saying to himself, oh, this is what they're expecting, so we're not going to give him what he's expecting. Be who you are. Ride the horse that brung you.
Yeah.
Dance with the girl you brought. This is what you got. I would have been happier sitting here tonight saying, damn, they stopped Derrick Henry with Derrick Henry and Ricard and Lamar in the backfield. Steelers defense is all that. I'd have been mad, but I'd have been happy with that because we would have died with our boots on. This was just, it was It's coaching malpractice.
Wait a minute.
And again, I'm saying here, y'all heard it first.
Uh-huh.
It would not surprise me if Monkey was not on this team next year as offensive coordinator.
All right, let me read one comment. Pittsburgh Lennox, take away the 10+ point win, name a close game you won, and said, damn, Harbaugh coached a hell of a game. I don't know if I'm gonna ever say that. James says, we'll be just fine, y'all. We got I'm gonna quote him, we got the best QB. Well, he said MF. We got the best QB in the MF league. Motherfucking league. That's what he said. We got the best QB. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. We got the man, but you got to coach the man. You know, you got to have it so it's. You need to have him. You need to have Henry. And let me say this: Mark Andrews is coming back to life, man. I don't know if y'all noticed. He's getting his hands on the ball like he used to, or like he. Well, I guess it maybe was just a slow season to start off. So, but I'm seeing him.
Injury too.
But that's a good. Okay, that's a good point. So I'm like, we're in 2-point conversion. I need Henry on the field. I need Lamar. I want Andrews. Actually, it could be Zay. I want somebody. We need options.
Troy, I outlined this earlier in the year on this show,
Mm-hmm.
and on my show, and Rock heard me say it. You got your 5 offensive linemen. That's a given, right? You got Lamar. That's 6. You put Derrick Henry and Patrick Carr in the backfield. That's 8, right?
Right.
You put Mark Andrews out there. It's 9. You put Zay Flowers 10. Put Bateman as and or you bring in another tackle and just bulldoze people. There are options out there, and it makes it hard on defense to figure it out. Now, to Mr. Lennox, I can give you the Super Bowl where Harbaugh outcoached his brother.
Oh, definitely. I've been thinking about that. Now, maybe he's only talking about this year. The Super Bowl, he definitely did. That
this year. I'll trump his question with an even better question. Name me one game since Harbaugh has been coach or since Lamar Jackson has been quarterback where the Ravens were blown out where you said, damn, we were not the best team on the field. Like there's never been a game since Lamar's been the starting quarterback for the Ravens where we've had the doors blown off of us. Name one of you can't. We haven't lost 25 point, 26 point loss. It's never happened. So.
Oh, he says good one on good point. I guess the Super Bowl. What's up, Valerie? And let me see this, man. Along with what you saying, Yale, the very first playoff game, Lamar's rookie year, as shaky as that looked, we had a chance to come back and win that game.
We did.
We had a chance. If he didn't get strip sacked,
like a lot of us were, but I was upset because a lot of people were just done with Flacco. If Flacco comes back in that game, we win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 reasons. One, Joe had the arm and the accuracy that Lamar didn't have yet at the time. 2, the Chargers had spent the whole 2 weeks preparing for Lamar Jackson. If no Flacco had come in, it would have been something they weren't ready.
Yeah. That would have. When I hear people talk about him not winning in the playoffs, and I'm like, dude, he got in the playoffs when nobody else in his draft class was even playing. And wait a minute, great point. I'm sorry. Lennox says, great point. Tomlin wins 8 to 9 games with 3rd string QBs. Coaching does make a difference. And I think our losses this year, if we, with the exception of the Chiefs game, I go back and forth with the Chiefs game, but certainly Raiders, Browns, and the Steelers game, if we play, people actually game plan for us, for our offense. We haven't had that for, it's always our defense. And since Lamar's been here, it's like, well, wait a minute, you plan for it. And when they plan for something and you don't even get it, you're helping them. If you You go in there ready to fight Tyson. I'm like, I know he's gonna charge. I know he's gonna bob and weave and charge, and he does none of it. It's like, well, damn, I'm 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 good. You know what I mean? It's like that's what you're worried about. That's what you prepare for because that's his strength. But if you don't give it to him, you got it made, man. And to sit there and James is like, yeah, Lamar don't need no coach. Just get him man the ball. Jimmy, you know what? I should have called you, man. But anyway, Lennox says penalty. It shows no. Now that's I got a question because I've been hearing this statement, and I don't know if I fully agree. And I've been hearing it since we lost that when the penalties are a sign of bad coaching. I don't know if I fully agree with that because to me that's like fumbles. Fumbles is bad coaching. If you have a player that's okay, let me give you an example. The game that the Steelers and the Commodores are playing, and that 4th and 1, that last play. Did y'all see that? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And that dude and the dude jumped offside.
Up offside.
Right now, everybody says, "Look, don't fall for the okie doke. Don't jump off sides." Right? Everybody knows it. This fool jumps offside. That's a penalty. Is it the coach's fault? And I'm gonna use that particular case, or did the player just black out? Was heated, like it was a damn Ravens. Because when we had a very similar situation, I'm sitting there going, "Are we gonna jump off sides on this?" But I think they ended up getting the first down anyway. But bad teams lead in penalties and no discipline.
So Lennox, so let's just address that real quick.
Okay.
He's got a point, but he's only halfway right. I don't know where he sits and what games he watches every week. I suspect he watches the Steelers when he watches the Ravens.
Yeah.
We watch when we watch the Steelers.
Right.
We already know that the Ravens have gotten penalties where they have not been real infractions. Flags have been thrown at like bogus bullshit calls all season long. The Kansas City game, they kept calling stuff on
the lineup or whatever, right?
And not calling it on Kansas City's right tackle, left tackle who jumps off sides.
And you was typing that as it was happening, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes. Replay, you can see it.
Yes.
But so if you take those out, and those aren't the majority, but there's a good number. If we just do a number of 100,
okay,
or percentage, so that's probably 25%. That's a big percentage, but it's probably reality. That still means 75% of the penalties are not jumping off sides or lining up off sides.
Right.
But there are penalties that are called that when you go back and replay, there's no penalty. So I'm gonna take 15% of those, 15% and say, okay, so now we at 40% of the penalties that are been called on the Ravens have been bogus, and we all know. You've holding penalties that are real.
Yeah.
You've got undisciplined play from the offensive line that are real. But is that the offensive coordinator or is that the offensive line coach?
False starts, all that. So that's my question. False starts. Is it a coaching issue? Does that mean you're not working on that? Or
it can be a coaching issue, but it's not the head coach's issue. It's not the offensive coordinator's issue. It's the offensive line coach's issue.
Okay.
You know, the season, and we had to bring in a new guy. And it took about 3 weeks for them to get accustomed to this guy with 3 new offensive line starters. And the offensive line has been pretty good, but there's a lot of penalties. So that means a lot of stuff is not being gone over in coaching. In any sport, in any discipline, I'll just go boxing because we start off with boxing. If your boxer keeps dropping his left and makes him susceptible to a right overhand hit, the coach's duty to fix that. But it's not the promoter's job to fix it. It's the man fix it. So the offensive line coach's problem to fix. So you can blame the offensive line coach. You can't blame the coordinator or the head coach?
Uh, oh wait a minute. They said the sound.
You know how it's called, man. So,
Wait a minute. They said the
you know,
sound. Okay, there.
game as well. I'm gonna say this, and you can disagree with me or agree with me if you want. Refereeing in the NFL overall the last 2 years has been bad, almost as bad as the NBA. It's been bad. The refs have tried to interject themselves into games like NBA refs do. Ain't nobody come to see the stripes. Everybody comes to see the colors. And when the stripes start making more calls than they need to be, they're messing up the game.
Okay.
More stripes have caused more problems in more games for calls they didn't make or calls they did make, and it's ridiculous. And they need to go back and look at it. The league needs to go back and look at it and figure out how they can fix it.
Man, I I'm still mad. I when we lose and we play. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and this is what I always think about when, and I bring this up at least twice a year when Atlanta was killing the Patriots that year in the Super Bowl, and Belichick just kept running the ball. I mean, when Atlanta went to like a prevent defense, I mean, they were back. I mean, they were way back. And he was like, all right, instead of throwing it 10 yards, we just going to run it 10. And they were getting 12, 50. And he just kept doing that. And they got back in the game. And instead of Atlanta just doing what they were doing to get that big lead, they never, they, I don't know. By the time they tried to go back to it, it was too late. Momentum had changed. And then, as you know, Atlanta didn't get the Super Bowl. Brady got another one. And that's all I'm saying with us. We have a formula that has worked. It worked 5 games in a row. And just do it until somebody stops you. Keep Henry on the huh?
Football, that's the way football's supposed to be played. If I keep running to my right, this what the Ravens used to do with Jamal Lewis. They ran left behind Ogden and Mulatalo, and nobody could stop it.
Right.
And we just kept doing it. It's the smart thing to do.
You know. Okay.
We kept running away from J.J. Watt, so the Steelers would overload the side that Watt wasn't on to stop the run. Why not run at J.J. Watt all of a sudden if it's going to be light on that side? He might get a play or two, but now the Steelers have to think about it. But going back to what you said, Troy, again, I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, I need you to document this. I'm agreeing with Troy.
Let me see. 8:24, 11:19, 8:24 p.m. Okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this portion again.
Social media. Agree with me, and it didn't clown me about it. You've been paying attention. No, but penalties that have been that aren't called, but it's also coaching for some of it. But when it comes down to it, you you have to keep doing what works and stop trying to be cute with certain things. The formula was the formula, and the formula worked.
Yeah.
Keep formula. It you know, you dance with the one that brung you. You ride the horse you came in on. Don't try to be cute and out coach yourself, outthink yourself. If I'm gonna pay a 255, and that's being generous because we really know the man's about 265, running back who runs a 4.340, well, maybe a 4.440. Now it's probably 4.540, still ridiculous speed.
Yeah, it gets slower after about 40 yards. Oh, Lennox. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Lennox says again that's not coaching. No, we saying that's coaching, Lennox. He said it was one score games. They stopped running and passing like they were down by 2 or more scores. And I would say this year, we've come from being down double digits, unlike in the past. So, the most boring game of all of football is everything high school and younger because it's always the same plays over and over. When you're playing against teams, I never realized this when I was playing high school, but I've been watching them now, and I'm sitting there going, oh man, they're gonna get number 11 is tearing them up. They keep giving the ball to the same guy, and and then they try other stuff, and it's third and long. They go back to number 11, and you know what I mean? And he saves the team. And it's like, and he runs to the same side of it, never goes the other way, always runs to the same side. And it's like when you watch even younger, that's another story. You give it to, you get that one kid who's your best player. He's your running back, quarterback, wide receiver, he's everything. You know what I mean? Everything but blocking. But you want the ball in his hands. That's the way we need to be. And yeah, it could get, I don't think it's boring because I like winning. You know what I mean?
Story, but something I forgot. When you talk about the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl, and Wink knows this too.
Ah, I'm sure he does.
What the coordinator for the Falcons that year was who?
Say that again?
Who was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons the year they went to the Super Bowl and played the Patriots?
I can't remember. Who was it?
It was Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, shit. I should have gotten it.
Ball get down inside the 20.
Mm-hmm.
First and 10 from inside the 20. And they start throwing the ball. Incomplete. Offensive pass interference. Incomplete. I mean, I forgot the sequence, but instead of it being first and 10 inside the 20, it was like fourth and 17 from outside the 35. And because they didn't dance with the one that brung it.
Right.
And that's what lost them that game. And that's why Kyle Shanahan is considered a great coach for San Francisco, and they've been to the Super Bowl. They never win it because he's a coach that gets in his head that when stuff is critical, and he gets out coached. On Kyle Shanahan, and no one wants to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Collins, not a great coach. He is a great coach. He's a great coach.
I can't say that until he retires.
That's why respect the Steelers. Because you can't use anything else but they're a good team. You can't a scrub team. We didn't get beat by the Browns again, right?
That's true.
We had no business losing to the Browns. We really had no business losing to the Steelers, but I can accept it a little bit more because it's a good team with a good coach. But we need to do better. The Ravens need to do better. They need to do better. And if they don't do better, the one thing I know about John Harbaugh is he's like a freaking cockroach and a rat combined. He's going to survive. If he in front of the guy with the gun, he's going to do it. He get rid of Cam Cameron.
Untouchable.
Get rid of Mark Trestman. All right, coordinator's going to
Hey, Wink, I did not tell you not to talk. Stop lying. I need what's the owner's name?
Rashad.
Bashadi. I need
Stevie Biscuits.
yes. I need biscuits. I need him to pay somebody a modest paycheck, 120 grand for coaching. I need somebody to go down to John Harbaugh, and it probably needs to be once a quarter to slap him around and say, dude, what are you doing? Just give him a little back and forth a couple times, certainly in between the halves, and say, run the damn ball, and just remind him. I need somebody to get him straight on that. I need him to know when to throw the red flag. I don't know why we get that wrong in our own stadium.
Can I ask a question?
So now
What you feel like?
not bring
With the red flag?
yeah. Come back in.
Okay.
Okay. We made great halftime adjustments.
Yes.
I
You
disagree
usually.
with you on Stevie Biscuits paying anybody because Stevie Biscuits stays out of it all year long, and I love it. He ain't a Jerry Jones. He's not injecting. He's not saying anything. He's not doing anything. It's all on Eric DeCosta. He lets Eric DeCosta run everything, and at the end of the year, then they have conversations.
Then Eric needs to pay somebody. Then I need somebody to tell him. Wait a minute, let me ask you. Does Eric, when the game goes, Eric, all of them, they don't say anything to Harbaugh. They just let Harbaugh do his job, right? Or does Eric? Do you think he said some things during the game?
No, he didn't. Having worked four tech systems that Steve Bisciotti started and his management style, he hires the people to let them do their job. So Ozzie never said anything to Brian Billick during the game. Ozzie never said anything to Harbaugh during the game. After the game, they have an assessment thing. I'm sure they do. But what I've noticed this year that I never noticed before is by the third quarter, and I don't know if he's there the whole time, but I noticed him on the third during the third quarter. Eric DeCosta's on the field real close to John Harbaugh.
Wait a minute, I got a comment here. Two things. Wink says, so what excuses be when the Ravens lose to the Chargers next week? So this week, so we know where Wink is going. Lennox says it amazes me the arrogance of Ravens and their fans. Lamar, I think he's saying we lost. It's never he's saying we don't give credit to the other team. We lose the game ourselves. And 4 losses and never what they need to do better. It's just the other team got lucky. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
where you got that from? That's
yeah,
bullshit.
what I'm saying is we don't play our game. If we lose playing our game, then I'll just say they got the best of it. But if we aren't letting Henry run, if we are all the things we pointed out, you know, I'm not taking away. Oh, I got a question. I'm not taking away all the turnovers. Y'all earned those. I'm mad about Hill's turn. I'm mad about Hill's. I'm thinking that was Lamar interception. To me, that was a fumble.
On the ground, he still in possession. The play should have died. Should have been over.
That's what I was screaming. But
okay,
it didn't go that way.
Great play. Regardless, it was a great play by the defender. But go ahead.
That's the question.
Oh, wait a minute. Rock's got a question. Hit it, Rock.
All right, when we was at the training camp and we had the one-on-one conversation with Moncton, when Yale, it was two other guys standing there also, and when they were talking about his decision to not run the ball in the AFC Championship game, he said to us, and correct me if I'm wrong, Yale, he said to us, based on the stats that we were moving the ball more effectively passing, that's the reason why they chose to go that route. Right or wrong, Yale?
Yep, you're right.
All right. So here's my question. With all of us feeling that we should be getting the heavy, and I agree with y'all wholeheartedly. I don't like or want anything more than to see Derrick Henry pounding the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they're seeing that's making them get away from that, and it's costing us the game. With them being the professionals, it got to be a reason, especially knowing what weapons we have. What is it that they could possibly be seeing that makes them go away from putting the ball in his hands?
Cool. I'll say it again. I think coaches get in their own heads, right? And we don't have the luxury. I mean, I can go and look at it, but we don't really have the luxury of the all 22, the vision of the field that the coaches have and that they see. And they see things that we don't see. Several years ago, we lost the AFC Championship game to New England when Lee Evans dropped the ball and Billy Cundiff missed the field goal that would have tied it, but Lee Evans dropped the pass that would have won it. After that game, a week later, I went to my nephew's basketball game. He was playing for St. Paul. I'm sorry, not St. Paul. He was playing for Loyola, and they had a game against Mount St. Joe. And Cam Cameron's son was on that same team with my nephew. So he was sitting in the stands with his family, sitting in the stands with my family. And I pulled him up during halftime and I asked him, I said, look, you make millions doing this. Can you, and I don't, you can come on to this if you knew where I worked, and I can't, but understand. But just as a fan, can you explain to me, you know, explain something to me? And he broke it down, the stuff that we, you need to be a real football guy to get some of the stuff that he was saying to me. And when he said, I was like, yeah, you're right. He said it. Bowling was covered over top and underneath. So even though we were having success with Bolden earlier that year, he couldn't get him the ball because they kept somebody over top of him. So he was running the ball. And then we had leads that they came back from twice. We had 14-point leads they came back, or just double point leads that they came back from twice. So when it got down to it, we were still in the game. We were close at the end. Lee Evans makes that catch. Game is over. End the story. Stuff we don't see that they see, but still there are times when I think coaches outthink themselves or try to get cute.
That's it.
It makes sense until it doesn't work. It's clear to me, and I don't have that same view. I mean, I actually do, but I'm not a coach to that level where I can actually see it. But it makes sense to me that run the ball with Derrick Henry. And I understand they don't want to run him 35 times a game. They want to keep him under 25 carries. But it's sometimes you just got to go over that number because that's what's going to work.
Right. If things go well, he busts a couple out, then you can take him out. But I don't care. Oh, wait a minute. Let me address. Lennox says, damn, 4 times y'all ain't play y'all game. Yes. I'm saying 4 times we did not play we did not do our game. And Lennox, to what we were just talking about, if you look at the AFC Championship game last night, in my opinion, we never even started that game the way we went into the whole season. Same thing happened in 2019. We're running over everybody. You're not even gonna. I wish I could remember the. I don't want to remember. I don't remember how many attempts we had and how many rushing yards we had. But you play into the hands of people. If you get a strong point, right? You DJ it. You know people get what's the song? What's that song?
Jerusalem.
All right, when Jerusalem come on, you know that's gonna make people get up.
Yes.
Every time.
Every time.
So you got people sitting around and you trying to figure it out, you know what, I'm gonna try something different.
And I try Iggy Breaky Hard.
You gonna play some I don't know, Staying Alive? Well, yeah, would like Staying Alive. But either way, man. See? Go ahead. You get your go-to things that work. And Lennox, I'm just saying it's if we are doing something and we get stopped, I can give credit. Man, it didn't work. Orioles. I'm sitting there going, oh my God, we about to get eliminated. We in this thing with the Yankees. I pitching this, I pitching that, right? Man, we lose 1-0.
Yeah, it's the bad.
Come out, we lose the next game 2-1. And the one guy that they disrespected kept getting the hits. That was Cedric Mullins. They moved him down in the lineup. He came through. Wasn't nobody on base for him, but he came through. So I'm just saying, and that's a different. That's kind of different though. But
I'm gonna tell you a funny story, Troy. Me and our friend Barry, we were.
Oh, Lennox said something else.
Go ahead, Rob.
Oh, me and Barry was coaching. We had a little league football team.
Oh, Lord.
To go back to what you were just talking about, right? We had a kid on our team. His name was Tim Rogers, right? He was a beast, man. I'm telling you. You put the ball in his hand, he was going to get you 10, 12 yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he get past the linebackers, you can just give us 7 because he was going in the end zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was number 25. We were in a playoff game to go to the regional championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Barry is yelling instead of having the quarterback come to the sideline and get to play like he normally do,
Right.
he's yelling to the kid. He's like, "Here come on 25." He ran the play like 4 times, right? He says, "All right, I'm gonna change it up now. This time we're gonna go to old number 25." And everybody on the sidelines just bust out laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It's right, man. It's working. You gotta just keep continuing going till they stop it.
And then as the opposing coach, you got to sit there and go, all right, look, 25 is there. So at St. Joe, and I wanted to be a running back. They kept putting me on defensive line, and they would say, look, we're going against Calvin Hall. Number 34 is their man. He's supposed to be going to Maryland next year. Y'all let him run all over. Like, and keep in mind, we didn't even have social media back then. See, they're going, who these people are? But every practice, they tell us who was the man on the other team. I mean, the quarterback is a quarterback, but they would tell you, especially being on the line. So my thing is, okay, if he comes towards me, I'm just going to assume he has the ball, and I'm a tackle.
Right.
Like I'm going to him, and if he doesn't get the ball, it's like, because we beat him. And I'm like, they gave him the ball, but we were actually prepared to stop him. But if they didn't give it to him, we'd have killed him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So whatever your horses are, man. And oh wait a minute, I'm sorry. Lennox, like that's my point. They lost to a kicker, but making it all about what they do. That's what we ain't do, man. I'm sorry. Let me put the camera.
So you don't even have to get exercised by that because Lennox is making my point. He's actually making my point. We lost 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
What game did you get blown out?
That's true. And
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even the games against Cincinnati, we won, but I was heated after both of those games, man. And our offense had. That's what I'm saying. If our offense would have attempted some of that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Let me let you finish.
No, I'm just saying we haven't gotten blown out. We have lost 4 close games, and the common denominator in all 4 games has been Derrick Henry has not gotten 100 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Let me write this down. 843. I got it.
What are we doing? What are we doing if we're not doing what we do? So yeah, 4 losses. We ain't run the ball the way we're supposed to run the ball. It's that simple. He's a super fan. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mr. Lennox, Mr. Smith. Justin Fields could throw the long ball with accuracy, he would still be in there. You lost 2 games with him because he couldn't throw the long ball accurately. He didn't do what you wanted to do. That's why you make the change. We're not running the ball 100 yards in games we lose. We got to make a change. Run the ball, get 100 yards for Derrick Henry. It's not, football's an easy game. It's not a hard game. It's not as complicated as baseball.
I agree.
It's not as complicated as basketball.
I agree.
People try to make it really hard. It's not. You line up your best against their best, and you beat the person in front of you. It's not a hard game. You do what you do until they stop it, and if they can stop it, then you have something else. If you can't beat that person, like you said, if you can't stop number 34 and 34 runs all over you,
yep,
you just been outclassed.
Yep.
We lost 4 close games. We ain't been blown out by anybody. We've been in 4 tight games. We came back from double digits against Cincinnati twice, and we won. We blew Buffalo out. Blew them out.
Now wait a minute.
Blew Dallas out, but they came back because the defense went to sleep. But we have had games that we have come back from and did what we do. And anybody who's ever played the game on a higher level. I only went to high school and played. I've coached up to high school level. But anybody, you watch any good team, any good players, what do they say before the game starts? If we do what we do, can't nobody beat us. So if we don't do what we do, then we lose.
Right. If
The truth.
if they would, wait a minute, let me give you a couple of their comments, Yale.
You're full of shit. You're full of shit. If Tom Brady
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me get you Lennox. Lennox says, man, hold up. Lennox says they put Russ in because he was supposed to be the starter. I, I that's what this he's saying. He also said if your backup was 4-2, he would be benched for 4-2. I'm not sure. Then he says, hopefully you won't miss the playoffs saying we did not get blown out. Magic told me 100 or 101 a loss is a loss. And Wink says the team shouldn't revolve around one player's ability.
That's why I'm saying Wink is full of shit. Wink.
Yeah.
Your team won without Tom Brady.
Yeah, whose ability? Oh, that's what you were talking about. I didn't see that because no, I think that's smart coaching. If your quarterback is strong in a certain area, why wouldn't you play to the strength of your quarterback? That's the one thing I'll give Harbaugh credit for. He totally went away from Flacco, and everybody was scared to death. But I take it back. Flacco, G, we started losing early, and I think people were getting tired. I know you're still a Flacco dude, Yale, but I think people just I don't know if it was so much No, I take it back. People were getting mad with Flacco because we weren't going deep in the playoffs, and they were thinking this is not me talking. This is what I was hearing. He got his money now. He don't care, which I think is bull. It's just he is the way he is. But oh wait a minute, Wink's trying to 2007 when Brady went down that year. We still made the playoffs. When
they made the playoffs, but they didn't win a Super Bowl. They didn't go to the NFC Championship game. Jimmy the Look Garoppolo, whatever him was, they made it to the playoffs.
I'm sorry, I forgot about him.
After they got to the playoffs.
Who was their backup when they won, and they still won like 11 games, and they didn't make the playoffs? Who was that? They did not make the playoffs the first time Brady got hurt, but that was before Garoppolo.
Right.
I don't remember who that was.
They were 11. They were 11-5 and missed the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'll delete this from you.
Playoffs Brady left.
Yeah, that was celebrating the first win.
But it's going to be another year or two before they get back to a point where they're really in contention. With Buffalo and Miami doing what they do, you got to think Miami's overrated. But don't sit there, Rick. Don't sit there and say one player doesn't make it. That's bullshit. When you had Tom Brady all those years, you won Super Bowls because Tom Brady was your quarterback. Just plain and simple.
And Wink, it wasn't even an hour that he was gone that y'all fell down. like the only team that dived that fast was the Colts when Peyton left, right? Oh no, was that when Peyton got hurt? No, that's when he got hurt.
When Peyton left, they drafted Andrew Luck, and we beat them in the first round of the playoffs his rookie year.
Okay, it was the year before when Peyton got hurt, and then they lost 100 games or whatever. Okay, but yeah, when one player does make a difference, bro, you should know that more than anybody. I'm sorry.
Roethlisberger was great players too, but Ben Roethlisberger was the difference in a lot of situations for the Steelers. They've been looking for the quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger retired. Before he retired, because he was playing his last year and a half, he wasn't anywhere near the same player he had been before. He wasn't on his motorcycle.
Oh my God, he wasn't
in bars no more.
Yeah. Let me ask you. So is the plan would you like to see Fields just remain a backup until Russell Wilson retires or whatever, and then he will be the next he would take over the throne after that? Is that what you envision for the Steelers? I'm just curious about that. And where are we? Damn, 8:50.
Yeah, moving on. I'm supposed to be doing.
You brisket, man.
All right, so one for Rob.
Brisket?
You want two Troy? I'm doing the brisket. I'm doing the small. I'm doing smaller briskets, the fat and um flat price $40. Um, for it's like a 6 pound brisket for $40. Turkeys. I need the turkey orders as soon as possible because I gotta buy them um, this weekend. Turkeys will be $1.50 a pound.
Oh, and by the way, Lennox just said my question about the quarterbacks. He says play it by ear. He said they may both leave for better contracts. I mean, I guess
Yeah, they both are out of. The Steelers are going to re-sign. The Steelers are going to re-sign.
Fields. Okay.
They're going to re-sign Fields. They know he's the future. They can do well with him, and they will do well with him. Russell, they may offer him a 1 year deal or 2 year deal, or based on this, he could go somewhere else, and because he's rehabilitated his career. So they're in better stead now than they were with what's his name? He's now the backup in Jacksonville. What's his name? Kenny
Pickett.
What was his name?
Pickett. No, it's not. I had to say Kenny Pickett though. Oh man, I had a bunch of Kenny Pickett jokes and they got rid of them. I had. Oh, I forgot to bring the pastor. I got to work on that next week. Well, look, Wink brought up something. He's like, it's getting time for game picks. Wink is like trying to get back to his position. I basically sucked this week.
Schedule.
It don't matter. It's on Rock.
Troy, I'll send you my picks
Well,
tomorrow.
yeah, Rock is on a roll. Rock can make his picks, and I'm gonna make mine because Rock was like, it felt like. Did it feel like old times, Rock?
No.
Bro, you said that now. Now I done caught Rock in a lie. He actually said it. It felt like old times. Now you saying it didn't?
I said it or Wink said it.
You said that when you did your picks on the air. Oh my God, man! Why I'm so glad things are recorded. See what I'm saying? A lot of QB hungry. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Before we do that, let me say this real quick before I go over the top dog tournament. Let me just say this: Rock's prayer that's not Raven related has to do with his man Deion Sanders Jr. Right? What you hoping for, Rock? He goes where?
Senior.
No, Junior.
Junior is his son that does the video.
You put him Junior anyway. Dr. DeJour Sanders. What's DeJour. Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Okay, look, the way it stands right now, because Rock's like, Cowboys don't win no more games and they can get the number one pick. So the way it stands right now for the number one pick, right now it belongs to the Jaguars. The way it stands right now. You want to see hors d'oeuvres go there?
No, he's not gonna go there. Deion ain't gonna let him go there.
What? See, that's okay for QB. They're gonna go with what's that dude's name? What's the Jags? Who? Right. So they don't even want.
Big Lawrence look like Fabio.
Yeah, with that. Did you see when all the fans had like the hair and the headband on?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. So he wouldn't even go there anyway. They probably get a cornerback or something. They need
Hunter.
who? Oh, maybe. Okay, second right now.
Deion said he's not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
So Cleveland would be second. They need a quarterback, don't you think? Are they going to want Wilson again?
Yeah.
Or they just going to close the book and just give him the money?
They probably just close the book and give him the money.
I bet it's Cleveland. I bet he comes out one more time. I bet he comes out again.
Yeah, he's done for the season. He's
next year. I bet they start him again.
They have they can keep him on the team, but if they want to win, they're not going to start.
Oh, that's true. But I bet they start him. Okay, after the Browns, number 3, the Giants. Could you see him doing? Huh?
Shador's going to be a Giant.
You think?
Raider.
Yep, Raiders are 4th. I can see the Giants.
I heard today from a very reliable source. I'm not on Twitter like that, but I heard today that every time the Raiders lose, Shador goes, "Thank God." He tweets, "Thank God."
Who did
Shador Sanders.
that? Well, 3 Giants, number 4 the Raiders, number 5 the Titans, and I'm gonna stop at number 6. Since Wink is here, he could go to the Patriots, right? Would y'all want?
They drafted great. He's not going. They're not going to be in the quarterback market.
And number 7, what about the Jets?
He's going to last in 7. Somebody's going to have to make a move, but he could come to New York for the Jets or the Giants. That would make Dion happy. That would make Shador happy because the New York market.
Okay.
Right.
Or Raiders. He would like to be in Vegas, right?
He wants to be in Vegas. Tom Brady's a mentor of his. Tom Brady's a part owner of the Vegas Raiders, and there's a lot of money to be made being in Vegas, high profile, blah blah yada yada.
I said that, and everybody. He said Sanders wants him to go to the Cowboy rumors. That's what Rock is thinking. I Dallas got a lot more losing to do, and it's possible.
So he ain't going nowhere. That was a quote. He ain't going nowhere. He likes what he's done in Colorado. He wants to keep doing it. That being said, bullshit walks and money talks.
Yep.
Because he also said he wasn't leaving Jackson.
Yep. I was getting ready to say that. I was getting ready to say a lot of things Dion said. Hey, business is business.
Business is business.
Yep. It's strictly financial.
Arnie said last week about Shador and Dion going to Dallas is ridiculously stupid. There's no way in hell Dallas is going to get rid of Dak Prescott. They just made him the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL. He contractually they can't draft him. They can't get rid of Dak. It's too much money. It's just not going to happen. Dion could end up there, but Shador ain't going to.
Well, Dak has gotten over, man. I don't know how he's gotten 2 serious contracts with at the times where he just was not playing well. But
because Jerry Jones is an idiot.
Yep.
He's a brilliant man. He's not a football guy.
Nope.
And he's made contract decisions late and poorly. He paid Zeke when he had what's his name, the receiver, and that backfired on him. He paid Dak and CeeDee Lamb late, and he didn't have any. It didn't create enough wiggle room in the salary cap. He said he didn't have enough money for Derrick Henry. He had plenty of money for Derrick Henry if he did Zeke's contract earlier in the year. Derrick Henry, we got Derrick Henry cheap, 2 years, $9 million. That's cheap. He could have afforded $9 million.
I know.
After Saquon Barkley.
Oh, definitely. That would have been a good move. But let me ask you, do you think Henry even wanted, I know he lives in Dallas, do you think he even wanted to go to Dallas?
He said it would have been nice, but like I told y'all, what my sources told me last year, when I told y'all last year, he wanted to come for the very reason that we see when he has success here. This is his best chance to go to Super Bowl. But I gotta say this. All these players and all these, agents and reps and media and just that, they all get on the Cowboys about being this and great. And kids get drafted by the Cowboys, get all excited going to Super Bowl. The Cowboys do not have a player on their team right now who was alive when the last Super Bowl was won. The only reason Dallas is relevant is because Jerry Jones is Jerry Jones, and he does some Jerry Jones shit. They win 12 games. This year they're not going to get there. They won 12 games 3 years in a row, but they're not really a relevant team. It's just the showmanship of Jerry Jones that keeps them in the media. Any team that's underperformed like Dallas does year after year, we don't talk about the media talks about like they talk about Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
It's all hype. There's no substance behind it. So Dallas, all this, oh yeah, we got drafted by that CD Lamb. All these people have all this. They don't ever go to the Super Bowl. So come on, you Derrick Henry wanted to come here because this was a great opportunity to go deep in the playoffs and make a Super Bowl run. He hasn't done it in several years with Tennessee, and the last time he got close was the offense was focused around him. This
That's
is
true.
a
That's
team
all they had.
focused around him, and he could win a ring. That's why he wanted to come here,
Can
and he
you
wanted to play hard.
can you imagine?
This year, and that's why he came here.
I remember he said that a couple times. Can you imagine Jerry Jones as the owner of the Steelers or the Ravens? Like the mess that these teams would be in.
Well, history of the league has been with the Steelers. You got to give it to it. They are the epitome, and that's because their ownership, family owned team, they stay out of football operations. They do, and they let the coaches coach and the GMs GM, and you don't hear from them. The next team that does that is Kansas City. The next team that does it is the Ravens. Those are the top three teams that ownership owns the team, unless the football people do, they do. And they've been successful year in, year out over the last 50, 60 years. Ravens not that long, but you see my point.
Right. Before I get into I'm gonna read Lennox question before I get into week 12. He's like, are the Ravens the Cowboys of the AFC? Have you heard this? Beat up on bad teams and then
That's
losing.
crazy.
I agree. I agree.
No comparison.
Who laughed on that? I bet that's Wink. I knew it. All right, look. Let me do the top dog tournament because it's past 9 o'clock. Let me just give a shout out to the top dog contestants. The award-winning group, the top dog group, we're award-winning. Let me put it that way. This week, the winner was Bob. Bob had 11 wins. Shout out to Bob. But it's another close week. Bob 11, Yale 10, Rock and sound like we're getting robbed. Rock and Shelly with 9, and at the bottom, Wink and Troy with 8. Bruh. Don't hit no extra button. So, I know you're ready for this. So for the season standings right now, we have in first with 112 wins. Go ahead. I see your hand on the button. We're all looking at you. Rock with 112 wins. Go ahead. Damn. Wait a minute. Let me say that again. Let me get the audience. Let me give you a visual to go with that. I'm gonna let you have this for 1 minute. Let me find. Where's the crowd? The crowd. Ah, let me give you crowd applause. All right, let me say it one more time. You ready? First place, Rock with 112 wins. Hit it. All right, I got you. I got a cheer for you, Rock. I tried to find the one in color, but that was the first one that popped up. Yale's in second place with 109. Bob 108. Wink 106. Troy 105. Shelly 99. But it's all still close. It's still close. Would you dive on somebody? Did a condom pop? What was that, Rock? Anyway. Uh, as we look into week 12, I think it's gonna be an easy week to pick from. I think we all gonna be picking the same teams. I was kind of scouting over it. I think we all gonna be together mostly. Thursday night.
Wait a minute, Troy.
Uh-huh.
Real quick. I'm in second place. You said.
Yes. You
Um,
picked up a game.
I picked up a game.
Yeah.
So you're right, because because Rock had how many wins?
Rock had 9. You had 10.
I had 10.
Yeah.
Okay. And Bob had 10 this week, right?
Bob had 11.
Okay, so
You know what? You know what? You, we're supposed to hang up over here by now. So he was setting us up all that. He's like, wait a minute, so I got you. Good move. Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that. Good move, bro. All right.
I'm coming for you, bro. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
I'll be shocked if anybody gains this week. I think we all gonna be. Well, we'll see. First up, Thursday.
I'm gonna log off. I'm only gonna log off because I don't look at anybody else's picks when I make my picks. I don't want to hear nobody else's picks when I make my picks. I'm gonna send my shit in blind. So you can't accuse me of trying to do whatever. So
Well, we'll see. Let me,
I'm moving for you.
hold up. Yeah, let me say this real quick. I want to mention this in the Ravens schedule. Something we got to look for after we got the Chargers and we got the Eagles coming up, and then we got the Biden. Then we got some nonsense coming on after that because we got a 10 days with 3 games in it. And we got the Giants coming out. So we got all your family coming up, Rock, the Eagles and the Giants back to back. But on the 21st, so December 15th, we got the Giants. On the 21st, we got the Steelers. So we play a Sunday, then we turn around and play Saturday, and then Christmas Day is a Wednesday. We got 3 games in 10 days. Ain't that something? That's something we gotta watch for.
Yeah, but we got a bye before that, right?
Yeah, that's before the Giants, but you know,
We got a bye and a homecoming game.
hopefully. No. The Giants, we go to New York.
Yeah, but it's a homecoming game because we're playing the Giants.
I'm hoping that the second half is like all second string players from us and not from injury because we killing it. That's what I'm hoping for. But anyway, man,
I see your point with the 3 games in a short period of time, but we get a bye. Well, first of all, we have a Monday night game this week.
right.
Right. So we got an extra day rest before this game. This is gonna be a tough game. We travel cross country. Then we come back home for the Eagles. That's gonna be a tough game.
Right.
Right. Then we get the bye. And then we come out the bye with the Giants, which should be an easy game. And then who's after that?
The Giants. After the Giants is the Steelers.
Yeah.
And that's a short week. That's a Saturday.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough game. That's gonna be a real good game. That's gonna be a real good game.
Let me ask you something about Roquan. When do you want to see him come back?
Monday night.
Realistically, when do you think he'll come back? I'm sorry. I asked. You said Sunday or Monday? You said Monday?
Monday night. Yeah, I want him to come back for the Chargers game.
You think he'll make it?
I don't know that he will. I don't know how bad the injury is. He was on the sideline walking, so it wasn't torn. It was probably
Right.
tweaked.
Right.
So
That was a good sign.
I hope he comes back Monday for the Monday night game. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Because Malik Harrison is a liability on the field, and I'll be glad when he's gone. He's not the answer. So yeah.
I got you.
And Bleach and Simpson out there, the middle will be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it was looking. Yeah, I'm not.
Message and put Hamilton in coverage instead of having them on the line. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, bro. Well, look, you roll on out. I'm gonna call you about that brisket. I gotta find out. I gotta get my orders from the Queen and then find out what we're doing. But I know we're ordering something, so I'll get that straight with you by tomorrow.
Okay, Queen, $40 for a 6 pound brisket. Rock, $40 for a 6 pound brisket. Turkey, $1.50 a pound. Tell me what size turkey you want. I'll try to make that happen. And unfortunately, I'm not doing hams until Christmas. So
Well, I know we're getting one, so definitely hold one aside for sure. I'm just trying to find out if that's all we're getting. You said 6 pounds.
yeah,
That's not enough to share though, is it? That's for me.
not for you.
Okay.
For you,
I wanted to be
you
sure.
don't agree. Non-sharing Negroes in America.
Hey,
I don't agree so much with you, Troy, but Rock know what I'm talking
When you make it a habit, telling me that.
and Lennox said he should wait till after the bye for that hamstring. Right. We don't want to lose the season. If we had I just don't want him rush back. But that's what helps our defense. Our defense is better, but what would really help our defense, our offense holds on to the ball and we run it like we're supposed to and score more points. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow, bro. And looking forward to your return, man.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. If you want to tune in tomorrow night, Circle of Sanity. And Desmond King is the corner that we signed um, today.
Okay. And I'm glad you told me. I didn't know you were going to be on tomorrow, man. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be. Do you have your topic together? Or you working on that?
I'm working on it, but I am. But it's going to be about the election and where this country's going.
I definitely. Oh, I want to tune in for that, man. And I would definitely share it. Share it right here on my page as well. And I'm sure I'll be calling in also.
Would we'd love to have you, join in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You got a lot to say, so I'll be ready for you, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, you have a good evening.
The prison is in the households.
All right, man.
Oh, wait. Lennox wants to know if you ship or is it pickup only? And he's in Michigan.
Yeah, he has to come to Michigan.
Huh?
He has to come from Michigan. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't ship. Yeah, he said he got him hungry over there, man. And Wink is looking forward to your show tomorrow too. You know what Wink is. I love
Yeah.
Wink, but Wink, I want to be on the phone with Wink. I'm definitely gonna be watching just for Wink. So, oh yeah, I got to share this. Again, tomorrow night. Sir, I'm sorry. I always get your title mixed up. Say your name.
Nightlifer, Circle of Sanity.
Nightlife.
Nightlifer,
Nightlifer.
Circle of Sanity.
Okay, Nightlifer, Circle of Sanity. Starring Yale Beverly, the award-winning show. What time? 6:30?
7:30 Eastern to 9ish.
7:30 to 9ish. It's gonna be a great show. It's and definitely been waiting. 7:30 to 9. We got a couple people asking what time is it? 7:30 to 9ish. Post the show name. I'll post it on my page. You got a flyer or something, Yale, on that page? Or
You can look on social media, go on my Facebook, and you can see you'll see Nightlife and Circle of Sanity, Nightlife online. It'll be there on my profile.
okay. Do you have an event or something set up that I can share that too? If not, I'll that's all I'll need. But if you have one, I'll just share it too. But either way, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good
All right.
show. So
Where your phone is right now, I'll send you the my flyer my banner that's never posted on the show.
all right, that's for Valerie and for Wink and for Lennox and for Brian. I will post a show named Brian, by the way. Brian is an Eagles fan who now lives in Charlotte. So I'm glad he's been following the show, man. He was living here for a little while, but he actually texted me along the way. And one of his texts was like, "What's up with your kicker?" So he was. That's when I'm like, I'm not talking to anybody till the game's over. But Beezer, man, appreciate you, Eagles fan. So December 1st, we'll have a lot to say. I just got it, Yale. Is he on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I just got it. So I will post it and make sure everybody knows. So we definitely pick up a few extra people for tomorrow. and then I'll post the phone number as well if it's not on there. All right, so,
You post the phone number, Troy.
I know. You're not gonna let me forget that, are you? Then I posted 11 or 9. What did I do? 9?
12. You posted 12. 12 damn digits on the phone number.
All right, I made a little mistake. I got a little hand.
The bird, well, this is not a nine. Which number did you call?
Yeah, that went bad. That went bad. Yep, Bees, we post the show name, man. All right, yeah, go ahead and have a good one, man. And we're gonna wrap this up with our week 11. And I see Wink is still there, so he's ready. I'm more of a constitutional centrist. Settle down. Nah, Wink. Well, we'll see, Wink. Curious as to Wink's opinion. I'm curious.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm very curious. Some people I know where they stand, and you can tell by, and I say this real quick, as soon leading into the election, my timeline was flooded with all sides, right? And the problem I was having is I'm sitting there and I'm like, no matter what happens, Wednesday's gonna be hell. No matter who wins. Like I'm because I was getting kind of sick of it. Because everybody's saying the same thing, like nobody's listening. Anyway, I'm gonna say my opinion for tomorrow. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. Because I'll start getting like the games, and I'll start getting thanks for putting it in there, bro. Thank you. But I kick a miss. You too?
Yeah, he did. Phillies did, yeah.
Oh, question. Before you go, Yale, I did not watch the game last night, and I saw you say something about you don't leave points on the board or something.
You don't take points off the board. Never take board. Bill Walsh, when he was coaching San Francisco, said it. You never take points off the board. It always comes back and bites you. And it did. Even before I posted it, even before it happened, I posted it, and it happened.
I didn't see what happened. What had happened?
So they settled for a 64-yard field goal. 64 yards. Like, is that Tucker's record? Would that have tied Tucker's record?
Tucker is 66.
It'd have been 2 yards short. Anyway, on that kick, the lineman for Houston came across the line, but he head slapped the offensive lineman coming across the line to block the kick. He didn't block it, but he head slapped the offensive lineman. That was a 15-yard personal foul, automatic first down if Dallas accepted the penalty.
Oh.
And they did. They gave him first down. The quarterback threw an almost interception.
Mm-hmm.
The guy dropped the ball. Next completion, got it out into the 20. Threw one pass incomplete, threw another almost interception.
Mm-hmm.
In the end zone, guy dropped the ball. Another incomplete. Now it's 4th and 10 from inside the 20. And he threw a bad pass. They lost 3 points off the scoreboard. It didn't make any difference, but you keep the points when you get them. You don't put them off the you just don't do it.
And you don't know that at the time that it's not going to make a difference. Shit, it's 3 points. Look how many. I would love. I'm not even going to read that.
4 was 4 at the time. It would have made it 13-16, I think.
Okay. Yep.
So then it's they go to 13-2, and Houston gets the ball and march downfield and score.
So now everybody's mad. The kicker's mad. Even though they lost, he could have had credit for a 64-yarder.
And it would have changed momentum.
Momentum is everything. Look at the first for us. The way that first has. All right, I ain't going to be fat. We're going to see you tomorrow, man, on the Nightlifer Circle of Sanity. You got to tell me, how did you come up with that name?
I'll tell you tomorrow on the show.
All right, I'm done. You going to make me call in? All right. You going to have people here tomorrow, too?
No, I don't have any guests lined up.
I might sit in the corner and be in the audience and just yell stuff. I might do that. But either way, we're gonna be involved some kind of way, sir. Thank you so much, man. And I will look forward to your show tomorrow night. All right, take care now. All right, sir. Rock of Ham. Rockingham. Rock. You ready? All right, week 12. It looks pretty simple. I don't know if I'm paying attention to see if Wink throws is in there. Thursday night, we got the Steelers. 8-2 going to the Browns, 2-8. Is that an easy one?
Yeah, still.
Yep, that's where I'm going. And where did I make my mistake? Now, Thursday nights, I've only won maybe 2 Thursday nights this year, man. I'm struggling with Thursday nights. All right, Sunday, we got the Chiefs going into the Panthers. Oh, wait a minute. I turned my picks in already. I said it's a letdown game. Hey, it would be cool to be let down. It is the Browns, Lennox. I see what you're thinking, though. Wink's already turned his in. I'll get yours later, Wink. The Chiefs going into Carolina. Yeah, we together. TR. That's what I came here for. What song is that? Ding, 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 ding. TR. What's the name of that song, man, Mr. DJ?
Can we keep going?
Oh, man, come on, man. We can't get no music going. All right, you trying to get out of here. Next up, we got the Vikings going into Chicago. So am I. Titans going into the Texans.
Texans.
I'm with the Texans, too. Lions going to the Colts. I'm with you. See, we're going to be... Oh, now here's interesting. Patriots going into the Dolphins. Yep. I'm wondering where Wink going with that. We got the Bucks going to New York. Oh, the Giants, it is.
Buck.
So am I. We got the Cowboys going to the Commodores.
Commodore.
We got the Broncos going to the Raiders. Wink's going with the Patriots. I should have known.
You said the Broncos going to the Raiders?
Going to the Raiders. Yep, going to Vegas. That's where I am now. We must part ways here. 49. Oh, Wink's got the Broncos too. 49ers going to Green Bay.
49ers ain't going on Sunday right now. Jordan Love. All right, go Packers.
Rock's going with the Packers. Oh, shit. Come on, Penn. Rock is going. Hold up. Rock going to Green Bay. I'm going with, and I feel dumb. 49ers and the Saints are my same one. Wink's going with you with the Packers. I'm rolling to the 49ers. I'm like, y'all can't lose another one. But they can because I picked them. Next, we got the Cardinals going to the Seahawks.
Cardinals.
Rock's going with the Cardinals. I got the Seahawks. And then we got the Eagles going to the 8:20 Sunday night. Eagles going to the Rams. Yep. Wink's going with the Cards. And Monday night, Ravens going to the Chargers. I'm not asking you, and I'm not even telling mine because we're on the same. So we only got two opposite games, man. So you might leave me, or maybe you pick up two, or might split 1-1. But I was looking at the points, and Wink, you just a Raven hater, man. Wink's going with the Chargers, but it worked for him last week. All right, Wink, I'm going to go into the box and look at everything. Lennox says Tomlin has a what the fuck game every year. That's true. I mean, I guess they all do. But anyway, look, Rock, I think you're trying to get up out of here, aren't you? You got somewhere to go? You getting some brisket? All right, we're finishing. We finished up, y'all. It's 9:24. We did run over. I certainly appreciate y'all. Wait a minute, let me let y'all get a rock. I'm gonna let Rock wave to the crowd real quick, sir. Wait a minute. There's his hand. See him? All right, y'all. We certainly appreciate you. I want to give a shout out to Yale for coming on the show. I'm so glad you came by, Yale. And I think that's all I gotta add. Night day. Where's my nighttime thing? That's it. I'm gonna roll out, y'all. Thank you for everybody who was watching. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next Tuesday after the Monday night game. So we'll be fresh in y'all minds. Y'all have a good night. Peace. That's a good show. Good show. Good show.